Hey everybody, Happy New Year.
Hi guys, Happy New Year. What are you drinking?
We're always drinking.
Always drinking cocktails with Marty and Naz.
Cheers. So what are you drinking today, Nazi?
So I made this drink called Gin Fizz.
Oh, one of my favorites. What's in that?
So I used Hendrick's gin, fresh lemon juice, soda water, egg white, and what else is in it? That's it.
Mint, right?
Well, yeah, if you garnish it with like mint and whatever you want, but yeah, shake it really well, and it gives you this like really pretty foam on top.
I love egg white cocktails. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite things is egg white cocktails.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Really refreshing. And you know, I'm in LA, you're in Miami, and it's 80 degrees in LA today and this weekend, and it's always hot in Miami. So
We live in places where it's always summertime. I feel like I'm wishing I was in Cuba still, or again.
What is
I
that?
am doing a Hemingway daiquiri with Bacardi white rum. This is with red grapefruit juice though. I think that a lot of people use just like regular grapefruit juice, so it's a little bit more pink, but yeah, we're just having some summer cocktails.
Yeah, come on.
In the winter months.
So you stayed in Florida. You never came back.
Never came back. I mean, you know, COVID is crazy in LA. I just was like, I'm just gonna sit tight. Not that Florida is much better because it's Florida, but
Yeah, but we in California collectively made the state of California #1 in COVID cases. So
here we are.
Here
I'm
we
just
are.
glad you're safe and you're staying inside. Hopefully everyone else is staying inside. We're on Zoom. You know, this is 2021.
Yes.
So what are we normally doing? I love that we got to get dressed up for this, because what are we normally doing at this time of year, Nazi?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna cry.
goodness. I mean, this time of the year for me personally is one of the busiest time of the year. You know, award season starts right after New Year. Usually, you know, Golden Globes is the very first award show right after the New Year, whatever that Sunday is. And right after that, there is like SAG Awards and Spirit Awards and NAACP. There's so many awards back to back to back. That's why they call it award season. So we have all these award shows and Grammys, and it ends with the Oscars. So for me, it's the very busy time of the year, running around doing fittings, pools, and you know, all that stuff during the day. Non-stop, and getting ourselves ready and go to the parties after.
It's crazy. This time last year, we were at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this kicks it all off. I mean, you're running around styling your celebrity clients, you're styling me, you're styling yourself, and I'm getting ready to, you know, host all of the events where we're celebrating all of the people of color that are nominated during this time of year. So it's just such a great time of celebration and excitement. I mean, it's Hollywood. That's, you know.
Hollywood, I know. I mean, it's, you know, there's such a energy in the air around this time, you know, for us who are in the industry. It's really unmatched. I can't even explain how it is, you know, especially when you are in the industry and you're like working, but at the same time, you know, we get to enjoy the after parties.
Right.
I don't know, it's been really weird, and it's been really strange not to have that this year. You know, it's something that it's expected every year right after the New Year, and this year it's just like, nothing is happening. Obviously, everything is postponed.
Everything's postponed, I guess. And I feel like, you know, the Emmys, we know we're in 2020, we were home, you know, we weren't, you know, out like we normally are, but you know, that's kind of just like that one weekend, you know, but this is like award season. This is just, like you said, it's Golden Globes, it's SAG, it's NAACP, it's, you know, it's just like literally an awards show every week. That
it doesn't end till like beginning of March. It starts right after
the Oscars. Yeah. So
so it's a little sad. I mean, I don't know. You feel a little lost, a little, thinking about all the memories, looking at the pictures. Oh my gosh, we were doing this last year at this time. And, as you know, I love to be busy and I love to run around and be productive and not really have that this year.
Yeah.
I mean, even when all the award shows do take place, I don't think it's going to be the same. It's going to be very different. So
very different. I mean,
here we are.
This is a new world that we're in, but whatever's necessary for people to be safe, for us to, get everything figured out where we can all be together again. But I thought it was such a fun idea, since we are not in the same place, that we still kind of have, our own little, red carpet, preview and talk about the movies and the films and the shows that we've loved.
Yes, so, of course. I mean, we've done nothing but watching movies and shows for the past 9 months. So
that's all we've done. We text each other, what have you seen? What have you not seen? This was good.
What do you think?
So I'm like, this is perfect to, before we start to hear what these nominations are, if it is going to be a virtual award ceremony or whatever they decide to do, we can kind of talk to you guys about what some of our favorites were, some of the ones we hated, and some of the insider knowledge that we've gotten, being in LA, about what the buzz is, with these different films. So let's maybe do movies first.
Okay.
And then we'll do TV. Okay, so this came out at the end of the year, but it stole my heart. Soul.
Oh my God.
So good.
We started.
I mean, I'm Disney all day, so
I'm Disney all day.
Ready for this.
And I love animation. I just love animation. For some reason, I've always loved it when I was a kid. I mean, obviously, but even when I became an adult, I just have a soft spot for animations, and they make such good movies.
Oh my gosh, Pixar, I mean, it was just, Tina Fey was hilarious.
Hilarious.
As 22, Jamie Foxx, I got emotional. It was just like the perfect Christmas movie. So
it was amazing. It was a really great movie, great message.
Great movie. We love jazz. Of course.
Jazz. Oh my God.
Great in this time to, have, a person of color be the lead in a Disney movie. So there was just so many great things. So that was how we spent Christmas.
Fox did a great job.
They did a really good job. So
so we both loved it.
Loved it. So that's a check. Soul gets our nod. What's another one of your favorites?
Gosh, we watched so many movies. Hillbilly was good.
Oh, Hillbilly Elegy.
Yes.
That was really good.
That was
Adams.
Glenn Close. Oh my God.
Glenn Close as what is me grandma? What do they call her? Like Meehaw or grandma? I don't know. It's like, what's the term? Hopefully you guys can tell us for
I
folks.
don't remember what you call her, but
what you call your grandma. I call mine Grammy. You call, your mom is Momini. So whatever like the term is, you guys have to tell us, because I'm messing it up. But I just thought that was she was awesome. Glenn Close was amazing.
She was amazing. She definitely deserves to be nominated.
And it's a true story. I mean, the kid is like a congressman now. So
yep.
It was really good. And Amy Adams was awesome. She just, whatever she does, if Amy Adams is in a movie, I'm there. I know it's going to be good. So
yeah, it was a very good, like Amy Adams and Glenn Close together. It was magic. It was amazing. And I'm crazy about true stories. I am that person who
you're always Googling while it's on.
I go down this rabbit hole. I do so much research. I have to see how the real people look like, what do they do now, how much of the story was actually true in the movie, what they made up. I'm just very crazy about like true stories. I love it.
I love it. No, it was great. That was a good one. That was around Thanksgiving, I think. These were all like the holiday drops.
Right, yeah.
And this one, I had not actually seen it. It had just gotten so much buzz, and I'm a huge fan of The Crown, as you know. And so Vanessa Kirby played the young Princess Margaret in The Crown, and she was in this new movie with Shia LaBeouf, Pieces of a Woman.
Oh, yes.
And I mean, whoa.
I was very uncomfortable.
I was so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know why he needed to be naked.
That girl from, I know if you do or you don't watch Succession.
Oh, well, I sure do watch Succession.
Yeah, she was. I was excited to see like another familiar face.
She was great. I did
movie.
penis. That was not
Like,
necessary.
oh my God, it was
There
all
was, like,
out.
too much of that. There was a lot of that. I didn't need it.
Yeah, too much of his butt and his like front and rear. It was just too much.
I mean, I get when people are like, we're doing it for the art, but it just was like
It was
overkill for me. So, but that was a dark one. That was
heavy.
It was dark, but it's got a lot of buzz with it. I don't know what's gonna happen because Shia's got all that
controversy going on.
So we'll see. But I know that kind of had a nod. What else? What else do you liking?
Well, you suggested this movie, which I recently watched, called Sylvia's Love.
I loved it. Okay, let me just say this because I've seen a lot of people. Even my mom was like, "Oh, I kind of liked it, but it was a little slow," or there wasn't like a lot to it. So this is Tessa Thompson, and I wish I could pronounce his name, but it's Kerry Washington's husband. Sorry, that's what you're being called. And it's just a love story, and I just think it's a beautiful thing to see, like, two Black people just and their love story. There's no trauma. There's no, you know what I mean? We're not like being beat down or killed or, just there's not the trauma to it. But I think we're so used to seeing that in Black films that when we just see a love story, so many people were just like, oh, it was okay. And I just thought it was so beautiful and quiet. I just loved it. And they really, I felt like they were in love. Their chemistry.
Yeah, I like Tessa Thompson.
I love Tessa. Yeah, she's great.
She's very likable.
She is. I'm a big fan of hers.
Yeah,
it was a big the thing she does.
I saw a familiar face in that movie as well. I cannot pronounce his name, so I'm not gonna say it. But the guy from Bridgerton.
Yes, I can't pronounce his name either. We'll call him the Duke.
The Duke was in that film, which I was like, is that him? And it's so funny because the first role that I've seen him in is on Bridgerton.
That was the first
time. I'm like, where's the accent? Why is he not speaking so properly?
I know. We'll get to TV later because
I'm like getting ahead of myself.
We'll get to Bridgerton at the end of this. So what did you think about the Chicago 7 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Okay, so first of all, I'm a big fan of his.
Huge fan.
Huge fan. Ever since
Black and back.
Oh my God.
He's been away for a while.
He's an amazing actor. And I know he's very picky with his roles.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. However, it's just because I moved here like in 1997. A lot of these events I'm not very familiar with, which I love because these are so informative for me. Just like when People versus OJ came out, that was my first, I knew of the story of the event, but I didn't know details. So that kind of like, these things are very informative for me. So
sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously great acting.
Great.
I'm sure some of the actors going to get nominated.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of really good actors in that.
I mean, it was definitely an all-star cast. And I think, I'm an American, but I, was not born in that era, so just learning more about it. Of course, I'm from Chicago. I knew about the Chicago riots. I knew about the Chicago 7, especially, the Black Panther tie-in. And that's around the time when Fred Hampton was murdered, which is, I think, a movie is coming out about that next year, about Fred Hampton with, who's the guy we like from all the Marvel movies, the Black guy, Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie's, I believe, in that, along with the guy from Get Out, whatever his name is. So anyway, I just think it's good to have just to bring more awareness to that, because there was so much I didn't know or realize about the Chicago 7 or about the riots. So like you said, we love our biopics. We love history. We love period pieces.
Oh my God.
So I think it was just great to see.
Something to be said, when some event has happened and then you turn it into a film, it's, I don't know, to me, I just feel more of a connection with it because I know it's actually happened. It's not something made up. Yeah. Although it's the magic of film to just take you, away and make you believe something that's, even if it's not believable. But I just love these true stories. And another movie.
Love a true story.
Yeah, great story. Another movie, I don't know if you saw Uncle Frank. Did you see that?
Yes.
I
Tears. I mean, our girlfriend Joyce, I saw it because she posted on Instagram, like, watching Uncle Frank, shouldn't have had makeup on because she's so weeping. And I was like, oh, I need to watch this.
Yeah, I really liked Uncle Frank. And I think it's such an important film as well because, you know, it shines some light for LGBT community, especially back in the day, those days, you know, how hard it was for that community. It was a very heartwarming story.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was just showing a different side, you know, of that community and just uplifting their voices more. So I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I really like, so now I didn't get to see, I think you saw it when we were last texting. Did you actually see Lost Girls?
I did.
How was it? Because I didn't get to see it.
I haven't seen it. Okay, so Lost Girls is also a true story. It actually did happen. Oh, heart-wrenching.
Really?
Heart-wrenching. Be ready for a very heavy movie, and especially because it's a true story. You're like, oh my God, no, I can't believe. I'm not gonna give away too much.
Yeah, okay. But I know it's been tapped to, you know, get some nods, you know.
Yeah, it's a very, very heavy, and again goes to show you like how the law enforcement sometimes unfortunately don't take things seriously, you know. And anyhow, I'm just
all right, I've got to watch it. You guys watch it.
Watch it. It's
all right, deal.
Like, okay. Yeah, just be aware, it's a very heavy movie.
So we haven't even gotten to TV yet, so I'm just gonna jump to things that like really disappointed me.
Yeah, and let's do that.
Disappointed you? I was very disappointed in Wonder Woman.
Everybody.
Like, all the hype, all the whatever.
I went on Twitter to see what people say. I'm like, is it just me? And I'm like, oh no, it is not just me. Everybody's like saying something. It was
I think it was. That was like,
it didn't live up to the hype.
It just didn't. You know, the thing with me with Marvel movies, you guys kill me, whatever, it's always 20 minutes too long. Do you know, like
well, I'm not a big fan anyway, so kill me first. I'm with Martin Scorsese when he said these are not real art, and I know a lot of people are gonna want to.
We're about to get. I'm except for Black Panther. We love Black Panther. So we'll say that. Love everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know, this is like, I don't know. It just became a little cheesy, you know, with bringing the boyfriend back. And I mean, I was talking to an actor and he had a huge problem with Gal Gadot's acting.
Oh.
So yeah, they're like, Chris Pine carried this whole movie, you know, when he was like when he was in a scene, it was all about him. You know, he's the only one that's actually, so I mean, I never thought about Gal Gadot's acting much because she's kind of new. She's a lot of stuff. But
I don't even know what else she's been in, to be honest. I don't know what besides Wonder Woman, what else have we seen her in that we would know, that you guys would know? I don't know, maybe you guys tell us. I'm
sure she's been in other things. I just
for sure, but of note, I guess.
Yeah, it was disappointing. I was very like, you know, we were looking forward to it. Edward, my assistant, he was just like, can we watch it together? So I like rushed back right after.
Yeah, we were all looking forward to it.
And I'm like, come on over, we're gonna watch it. And we were both like,
yeah, just no, yeah. Okay, so I feel like we've loved TV more in 2020 than probably film. I feel like the binging and the episodes, we had to kind of narrow down our list when we were talking, because I even thought of more when we hung up about favorites.
Oh, shooting.
Okay. We watched a lot of TV.
This episode might be a little longer.
Really into TV, I know. Okay, so this started like early quarantine, but defending Jacob. Which Chris is it? You know the difference between the Chris's.
It's not Hemsworth, it's not Pines, it's
Pratt.
No, it's not Pratt, it's Chris Evans.
Evans, okay. Chris Evans.
One of the better Chris's.
One of the better Chris's. Which Chris was with us in Cannes at Robert De Niro's party?
Pine.
Chris Pine, yes.
had a huge
yeah.
crush on him. Remember how much I was so afraid to go approach him?
What will we ever be back in Cannes at a party with Robert De Niro? Can we please get back to that?
Might not be Robert De Niro, but we will be back.
So yeah, back to the topic. Now that we've gone through our favorite.
Defending Jacob, Chris Evans, amazing.
Amazing.
I think you haven't seen much. It was just like,
I literally didn't know if Jacob had done it or not the whole time.
But we still don't know.
We still don't know.
We still don't know. We did it
the whole time. I'm just like, what happened? I love that, and that's a perfect segue because we do not agree. The undoing.
Oh yes, I love the ending. You don't.
I hate it. Like, to me, I would have rather give me another Defending Jacob where we don't know what happened even, but it was just so.
But he was unpredictable. Like I never thought he would. I thought either the kid did it or the grandpa. I did not think. There's no way. He was so crazy.
Okay, I don't want to give it away for you guys, but there's like this moment where
because it's been like,
yeah, you've seen it before. Okay, so all right, let's just go into it. So when Nicole Kidman talks to Hugh Grant's mom and she tells her like he's basically a sociopath, to me that was like episode 4. Like we knew from then. Like it was like
I didn't think they're gonna actually give away that easily. That's why I'm like, oh, they're just trying to distract us and be like,
okay.
There's no way it's not gonna end like this. And when it actually ended and it actually was him, I was very surprised. I'm like, oh, I thought it's gonna be like other endings, somebody you don't expect it at all, like grandpa or the kid.
Right, I did think maybe the grandpa, I did think the kid sometime. I mean, I thought Nicole at one point when they saw her walking.
Even her, yeah. Any three of them. Because, when you see like suspense, movies or shows like this, obviously they kind of make you feel like, okay, this person is accused, but at the end, somebody surprising is, the actual
the actual killer.
But in this, that you think, is it this person? Is it that person? People were guessing the whole time.
We were guessing the whole time.
Yes. Actually, it was him.
It was him, and he did great. I mean, I'm a rom-com connoisseur, so me and Hugh Grant go way back. I just was watching Love Actually like 5 times over the holiday season. But you now are a fan, right?
Yes, I was never like a big fan. He's likable. I liked him.
Yeah.
But I was never like a huge fan of Hugh Grant. And then after seeing Undoing, and then right after I saw Death to 2020, I was like, okay, I like you.
So good. That was a great one. I know it won't be nominated for anything, but if you haven't seen Death to 2020 and you just want to laugh at the dumpster fire that was last year, please check it out.
Check it out. I don't laugh that easy at like comedies and things like that. It has to be like very, very funny. And I was laughing so loud. I think my whole neighborhood was like, what is going on in that house?
So good. It was needed. It was like therapy. Therapy. So speaking of like cathartic therapy things, I'm still, again, this was early quarantine. I know this much is true.
Don't get me started on that show.
Mark.
Don't get me started on Mark Ruffalo.
He better win it all. I know that like it was earlier in quarantine, so maybe people, I don't want them to forget, because first of all, he played both characters.
He played both, and I don't know if people know that, but he shot one brother first, all the scenes of like, because they're twins. He shot that one first. They give him about 4 or 6 months, between 4 or 6 months, to gain weight for the second twin, for the other twin. And he came back and started shooting the other twin scene. Right. But like when you're watching the show and they're together in the same scene, this is the camera and they're both, it's not like camera going back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For him to just that duality, for him to be able to play like a paranoid schizophrenic bipolar, to then like just like the average kind of depressed man. I mean, it was just
Amazing.
He's always been, you know, infinitely polar bear. I don't know if you've seen that. It's him and Zoe Saldana, and he plays someone that's bipolar, and it's a true story.
Oh,
and
I need to see
the daughter, his child, is who wrote the script.
Oh
So
my-
it was like her growing up with like a bipolar father.
wow.
And you know, he's just obsessed. He
Yeah,
needs to
I mean,
all of it.
he's been in a lot of films and shows, obviously, but I mean, you know, I know this much is true. He was just mind blowing.
Yeah.
It was so good. I'm like, I cannot believe. And then I watched Dark Waters just like recently. I haven't
Okay, yeah.
I was
that was
like,
great.
man, who are you?
He's just a pro. I wish that the Oscars did TV, because he needs to win an
I
Oscar.
know.
I know this much is true. Like, he really does. Okay, so we're going. Let's just do two more. Let's do two
Okay.
more.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Queen's Gambit.
Okay.
First of all, I don't know how to play chess.
Yeah.
I'm now obsessed with chess. I think it's like, it's perfect for you guys that haven't seen it. If you're a fan of The Crown, this would be something you would definitely be a fan of, you know, because it's very kind of period-esque. I'm like stressed, and this 16-year-old is playing like a chess game, and I'm like anxious. But she's, you know, an alcoholic, addicted to, you know, hallucinogens. I mean, it's everything. I'm just like really into it. So I binged that in a day and a half. Like,
Yeah, it took me longer. I wasn't as much into it.
okay,
It's just a little slow for me. Not saying it wasn't a good show.
a long
it was
hour,
good show.
a long hour. Mhm.
However, and her, she's not a trained actor. Somebody just like discovered her in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But she did an amazing job, and it was
Yeah,
an interesting
great.
show. But I just, you know, it was one of those shows that I had it on, and I was like playing games on my phone.
Okay, yeah.
It's not like I'm not gonna miss much if like I'm not watching.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not like, you know, this much I know is true, or I'm doing where you're just
You're glued. Yeah.
yeah, but it was good. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, probably including you. I didn't love Flight Attendant.
Really? What? Okay, why not? I just thought it was such fun.
I think I don't like Kaley Cuoco.
Yes.
But as a person, as an
Yes.
actor, I don't think I care for her acting.
Mm-hmm,
I just find it a little like annoying, to be honest.
yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of like Kerry Washington that.
Yeah, you know how I feel, but she does that like weird.
Yeah, and these are all good actors. It's just like, I don't know, something about her is just I don't like.
Okay, I can feel that. And to give Kerry Washington her due, Little Fires Everywhere. We don't want to not talk about it. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was
It's not as good as like Big Little Lies.
right. Perfect. And honestly, Big Little Lies 2, I still love, because they had Meryl.
I do
And
too.
Laura Dern really like stole the show for me. I love Laura Dern in the second one. Like,
She's really good. It's funny,
Okay.
like, some of these actors you've seen, like Hugh Grant for me, you
Yeah.
know, you've seen him throughout years, but you never take him that serious as an actor, and all of a sudden they take your role and you're like, whoa.
yeah,
Not that I say Laura Dern is that, because I'm not that familiar with her work. But
with her
like,
work.
Hugh
Yeah.
Grant was that person for me, and I'm like, okay, he's always in these like cute little, you know, romantic comedies, and then he does this role, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I agree. And then, okay, now we're really done. This is our last one, because we said we were going to talk about it. Bridgerton.
Oh, okay.
So it was a little slow for you. I remember when we first texted, you were like, it's okay. I didn't think you were going to finish it when we were first talking about
I
it.
usually start something, even if I don't like it, I have to finish it. Like, maybe it gets better. I don't want to know when everybody's talking about something. I have to know what they're talking about. So
Right.
jump in and say my 2 cents. But I didn't hate it.
You know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good fun. You know, I think that I think my issue, and not to like get deep with it, but I just feel like we were kind of giving credit to Shonda Rhimes that wasn't really due. Like, yes, there were people of color in like a period piece, a Jane Austen piece, which obviously would not happen. You know, there were no Black dukes, you know, in London, you know, at that time. But I don't feel like, I just felt like they were placeholders in a sense. Like we didn't actually, I felt like there were opportunities where we could have addressed that this is a Black man, you know, dating a white woman. And I was reading a Refinery 29 article, Shonda Rhimes seems to love interracial relationships, which is fine. But you've got Kerry Washington in Scandal. It was, you know, always a white character. Viola Davis in How to Get Away with Murder. Her husband was a white man. And so that seems to be, you know, her pattern, which is fine, but she never really addresses kind of the challenges or issues that people in interracial relationships face.
I guess there's one part, just like very quickly, where they said if the queen, if the king didn't fall in love with her,
wouldn't be here. Yeah, they kind of like touched on it.
I don't remember like what the
the Duke's guardian or godmother.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they had that
wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
I think she wanted to do a little bit of a Hamilton, a little bit of a Gossip Girl.
Yes, exactly. I think Hamilton, that's exactly right. So that's why I was like, it was fun. I'm not like counting the days till season 2, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I mean, gosh. I've watched more too. So much. I've watched so much TV. All the movies. I'm just like, okay, what now?
What now? Well, I'm still watching Your Honor, so I am.
Oh my God, we did not talk about Your Honor.
Your Honor. I've only seen 2 episodes. Right? I'm not caught up.
Okay,
no. So. Don't you dare.
Bryan Cranston. Damn it.
Man, he's so good. Wow. He's so good. I'm just so like.
My sister and I are like, she's actually the one who started watching it. I've seen like the billboards and all this scene, but I haven't started watching it. And she watched it first episode. She's like, oh, have you? I'm like, no. It's like, start now. So every week she's like, did you believe that?
I love Naughty. She's like, I love it.
Like, no, me, and Naughty, like all 3 of us, nonstop are texting each other. Watch this, watch that. This is not good. Don't watch it.
Don't watch that. That was so funny.
Yeah, well, Your Honor, man.
He better.
If ever, if I come back to this life again, be born again as an infant, I would like to be in an era where Bryan Cranston and Mark Ruffalo are existing parallel with me, and I would like for them to teach me acting.
Yeah.
I mean, can I please just be trained?
They're amazing. I mean, the way that they make everyone else around them better. Like they bring out, they say that a lot about Meryl Streep, that she just kind of ups your game, makes you a better actor when you're in there.
Was she in Prom?
Oh, I love Prom!
You watch Prom. I think you watch Let Them Talk.
Yes.
Both Meryl Streep. Mm-hmm. So different acting roles.
Different.
And you're how do you even?
I don't even know who she is. Like, what is her personality? Because she literally morphs into a different person.
Let me tell you a secret. I mean, I love my mother to death. And I mean, she's somebody that
I do too.
She's when the book comes out, people will know why. Like, she's such a big, anyway. Why I talk about her like this. But when I watched these movies back to back, I was like, I wonder how it is to be Meryl Streep's daughter.
I know. And she's an actress. She was in
one of them. I guess she has more than one.
She has more than, yes. Mm-hmm.
She is an actor, but I'm like, wow, to have that as your mother, to be a teacher, to teach you acting.
I know. He's so good. The Prom was great. That was such fun. Nicole Kidman was great. James Gordon was great. That was such
I love him.
I love the song. We love musicals though.
I love musicals. Like, give me musical every day.
That's just like when, everyone's, I don't think it's getting nominated, but Hamilton, I felt like we were back you know, at the Pantages when it came out on the 4th of July, like getting to see it all over again. Like, we love musicals, so.
We love musicals. And, you know, I mean, I can keep going on and on and on and on.
I know. This is like the longest episode we've had.
You know, this is my favorite subject. But
yeah, well, and it's also our, you know, it's our life, it's our passion, it's, you know, our career, whether, you know, making films and, you know, costume design and supporting filmmakers. Like, this is our passion. So of course, I'm not surprised.
If given the opportunity, would you ever wanting to act, or did you ever want to?
Oh my gosh, I used to think I did. You know, I used to think so, but after directing, I really do not have the patience
for directors to talk to you like that.
Because I was like, oh no, I couldn't do it. I definitely couldn't do it. I used to think maybe that I would, but I really like directing and producing. I like being, you know, behind the scenes. I do.
I mean, that's the ultimate boss, you know, the director. Listen. Whatever he or she says, it goes.
It goes, exactly. So I can't wait to be, they say Martin Scorsese never gets up from his chair to give notes. Leo will come to him. So like after they shoot a scene,
he can do.
I'm like, yes. I'm like, goals. Like that's the goal. So I'm just gonna sit here and you're gonna come and get notes from me.
Yeah. That's, and you know, I truly believe a good director can bring the best out of an actor.
Totally, because they're looking at the whole story, and they're gonna guide the audience, you know, along the journey. You know, it's really the director's vision and pulling it out of the actors, you know, and making sure that it hits. So, I mean, it's a team. Same with, I mean, costume design. You know, I think about what you did for my first film, Expats, and just giving these characters, whether it's a period piece or something that's, you know, in this day, it just gives the characters more of a story. And I just remember how you look at every detail of our actors, you know, everything from like their necklaces or, you know, just every little piece that I never even really thought of, you know, that this is the type of jewelry that this character would be wearing, you know, and all that detail that you put into it. Do you like costume design, or do you prefer styling celebrities? Like, which?
I do love costumes, just because my love for film is greater than my love for fashion. You know, I just, it's a different feeling when you open a script and you read about all these characters and, you know, how they are described. And in your head, as you're reading, you're like, okay, she's dressed like this, you know, maybe she has a piece that she's always wearing because it's, you know, was given to her by her mother, for example. It's just these little things that you try to figure out, you know, who she is, what she does, what she thinks. These all affect the way you dress, you know, what kind of personality this person has. So it's a lot more exciting to create that person, that character, you know, collaborate with the director, with the writer, and just create that person, and with the actors.
Yeah.
But I do love styling too, just because, you know, when you do red carpet styling, not even red carpet styling, when you style someone, one of my clients, he's not a celebrity. He is in the tech world, in the business world, but not in like entertainment. And he just sent me a picture of himself. He's like, I just want to say, wow, what a great outfit you put together. And this picture was taken and everybody's telling me like how good it looks. And it just makes you feel like, oh, you know, getting that validation, seeing your client happy with the way they look. It's just, it's cool. But, you know, I think I'm ready to get back to the film.
Oh, yes. And we will. Literally, as soon as your book is done, that's going to be the next thing we're going to talk to you guys about, is going into production on the movie.
God. Oof.
So one thing at a time.
One thing at a time. But honestly, even the book was just a conversation between us 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And now, I mean, the deadline is coming, but we'll talk about that again in our next one, about your updates. I miss you. I can't wait.
I miss you. Come back.
It's been a long time.
And bring that little thing with you.
Bring my little Harper. I can't grab her. Let me see if I can grab her, and then we can get editing to like bring it back.
Yes, grab her.
And I got my little Christmas present. Look at Harper.
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 She's too cute. I cannot.
Auntie Nazi.
Oh my God, she is
too much.
The cutest thing ever.
She is too cute.
So Harper is how old?
Harper is 4 months old.
Oh my goodness.
And she is a cavapoo. She's so cute.
She is gorgeous.
Cutest Christmas.
Guys, I haven't met Harper because she went directly to Florida.
She came right here. So I'm coming in hot as soon as I come home. So play date with Auntie Naz.
You know I love babies and puppies.
Babies and puppies.
Babies and puppies.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Watch everything that we said. Watch it all.
Yes, our prediction for
let us know what you think
for the award season 2021.
I know, and I can go take the dress off now.
Hopefully next year this time you're back to normal, and I'm back to dressing people, and we're back going to parties.
Well, this time next year we will be on the carpet, okay, for some movie we made. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.